Summer 2022 anime reviews, episode 1, Quickfire. Let's do it. My Life Isakai. Boring power fantasy cookie cutter anime, poor animation which is expected of almost all shows that fall within this genre, overpowered main character with no semblance of personality, edgy, of course. Honestly, not much to say about this anime, not even so bad that it's good. Bad tier, next. Rent a Girlfriend Season 2. Most drawn out opening segment of all the shows I've seen thus far, a 3-minute segment of all the characters recapping their own experience from the last season, but surprise surprise, it's just a PNG of the characters alongside from the clips from the last season. Following this, an anime intro. Contents of this episode were nothing too crazy, nothing real really happens. Overall, the show kept at the same sort of quality as the last season. Poor tier, next. My Stepsisters My Ex. Pretty mediocre episode overall, nothing too mind-blowing in terms of animation or sound. The show lacked an introduction to the characters or their relationships, which is kind of odd in itself, especially for a first episode. I appreciate the cutaway visuals, for example, the hatchlings part. Some moments of the show were cringe, like the siblings fighting over who's going to be the eldest. Poor tier, next. Classroom the Elite Season 2. The show's first episode, in my opinion, was extremely boring. There was simply too much talking and exposition. We went from one meeting to another meeting, then to another meeting, the sole purpose of talking about a single test. Understandably, the show is a very dialogue-heavy one, but this is simply a bit much for me. Maybe I just forgot how it was Season 1. Other than that, however, everything remained the same and solid. Mediocre tier. Next. Engage Kiss. Actually surprisingly decent first episode. First started off very generic, character design scream mediocre power fantasy. The character in themselves seems boring from their dialogue, a few cringe moments. Skip to the fight scene, and that joint was a banger. Surprisingly, no CGI or no noticeable CGI. Actually, a little bit of choreography in the fight. Overall enjoyable little watch despite some of its cringe moments. Mediocre tier. Next. Will Ayuma make his move? Overall wholesome experience for a first episode, noticeably similar to the look of Teasing Master Takagi. Pretty sure the authors of both series are the same, so understandable. Nothing in particular that was bad about the episode, everything was done to a decent to good degree. A great episode and most likely a great show to watch when you are feeling down or want to watch fluff. Personally warmed my heart. Solid tier. Next. Devil's a Part-Timer 2. Immensely disappointing animation in comparison to the first season. The show lacks detail not only the characters but the background as well. The art is noticeably a lot more rough and the faces look off at times close up or when looking from afar. The show is still relatively funny and the characters are still very likable and enjoyable to watch. Sound is solid, plot interesting, mediocre tier, but close to poor tier because of hype. Next. Licorice Recoil. Cute moe girls at a cafe with Glocks and Berettas. Need I say more? God triple S tier. Jokes aside, the show is very interesting in terms of meshing action, slice of life, comedy, and moe together. Almost like K-On! If everyone was a hitman instead of a musician. Characters are likable, at times annoying, action is solid, concepts interesting. Typically don't enjoy shows like this, but got me hooked. Good tier. Next. Call of the Night. Crack for the eyes. Gorgeous animation with vibrant and interesting colors. Overall nice character design and interesting concept. Music seems to always be on point and all seem to be absolute boppers. The director, Tomoyuki Itamura, was a co-director and contributor to the Monogatari series. I see a lot of influence from the Mono series inside the Call of the Night show, especially shot choices. Very cool for a lover of the Mono series. Banger tier. Next. Isekai Uncle. Actually surprisingly good despite being an isekai. Show flips the entire isekai concept on its head. The Isekai Uncle comes back with powers instead of using it to save the modern world or something. He uses powers for mundane things. He starts a YouTube channel to show off his powers. He uses his super speed to never pay for shipping. Uncle's a super boomer and loves Sega. The art is surprisingly gorgeous and unique with the animation looking like it was done on a painted canvas. Banger tier. Finish. Thanks for watching this quickfire review. Please like and subscribe, share the video. If interested, I started a Twitch channel. I stream on Sundays 9 PM EST. Sunday horror games every time. I'm bad with horror and especially horror games. I will cry and scream. I'm streaming this week. The VOD will be posted on the channel for people who missed. If interested, the link is in the description and on the screen. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.